Hello international friends. Today we will have a video about which is, let's say, the interpretation, translation of the previous video about the golden ring found in Aidonia, Greece, and a Mycenaean tomb. It comes from CMS Supplementary Volume 1B and the artifact is 113. It's very interesting. You can see it rotated here, but so that you can actually read it in real form, you start from this side, but we have rotated it so that you can follow it easier, because our most videos start from the left. Anyways, whatever that is, let's go. First, you read the plant, right? Iole. Please note that this is not very well drawn. It doesn't really touch the rest of the plant. You can see it here. It has a distance, which is why we will not read this yellow part, but we will read the upper part instead, right? So, re, the flower, then you go da, this, it looks like this. You see a straight line with a line going by the side. So, io, re, da. Then we go again. Ve, the green part, right? Then there is this red thing, sa, here. Note the differences between this and this, they're not the same. Sa, then we go te to the yellow stem, and then the whole thing again is te. Great. We go to this woman, but when forms are holding something on their hand, we don't start from the closest part, but instead we start reading from the thing that they are holding. This is a peculiarity of this script, but it works like that. So, three-parted flower, re, sa, and then the whole thing again, te. Then you go to the woman. This is a ko, right? And then the yellow hair, ve, the red hair again, and then you go again up here, ko, u, it looks like a banded shape, so the blue is u, then stu, the yellow one, then ta, it's like an 8 form, they're touching each other, these two spheres, so they are to be read as ta, ve again, then you meet the red stu, and then ve again, and then you read the red stu, and then you go again, stu here on the belt, ta, sa, and then these two things compose a plant, which is to be read as te, equally here, right? Sa, then the whole thing is te, and then te, here on the belt, it is touching an io, and then te, io. Note that they are two separated things, these straight lines, so they are two ios, te, io, io again at the bottom of the belt, and the whole woman is vo. Then the ground upon their stepping, they are two times te, as we have said. Then you go to the plant, right, because it is touching the ground that we just read. Re, sa, again, te in whole. This is a stu, right? I'm sorry, yes. And then you go here, sa again, and then you go here again, te, and then the whole thing again is another te. And then you go to the second woman, but as we said you start from the thing that is being held on it, right? So, I'm sorry, you go here on the second woman, as I said, there is a ko. I'm sorry, that's an Io. That's an Io. I was looking at the woman. That's Io. And then you go Re, the yellow part. And these are Ku and Ku. Now, they look like combined half moons, but they shape a bird, which is here. This is very important to show it. This is the thing. This is a Ku, right? So you have two of them here, Ku, as we said again, and then the whole thing is Te. And then you go to the main part of the woman, which is, as I said, a Ko on her head. Then you go here again, Stu, Ve, Sa. This is not a Ve, this is a Sa. Then you go again, green Ku, U, the bent form, Stu, the orange, right? Stu again, the blue. Then Ve, the red part of the hair, another Ve under it, belt, Stu, then Te on the skirt, Sa, as we said, Te all together, these two parts, these two Sas composing a Te. Then again, Sa, Te, in the equal manner like here, Te, Io at the bottom, and the whole woman is Vo again. And then you go to this plant, right? Main part, Re, of course. Then you go here, Ve, Ku, Da, here. Then you go to this half moon, which is Me. Then you read the whole thing, Te, because up to here this moon is separating the upper from the bottom parts, so you have to read it as a composite. Up to here it is Te, as we said. Io, the small red thing, Io and Io again, but then you read the whole thing again as Te. And then you go to the building. First this part, Ta. Here, Ta, straight line under it, Io again. And it composes of, let's say, two doors. Let's say first one, Ta, second one, inner side, Ta. Then the whole thing, which is a building, and buildings are to be read as E. And then you go again, Stu, but Ko here. This is a Ko. So this is it. Let's go. Very quickly, Iole. You know this name, it's a mythological name. I don't know if it is the exact woman that you know from the Greek mythology, but I don't know another woman called Iole either. The visa, okay, this visa is interesting. That we know it is the earth, but here, as you see, comes from a verb veno, but it means either the canyon or let's say anything that has a deep forest. So, O earth, that you have many forests, ti telesate, at this earth, make rituals. Why make rituals? Korivi, so that the girl, which is a girl, this girl, Iole, V, let her come. Let's say let her come here. Ro, it's
So it from linear B.
oh yeah, I forgot to show that. So yeah, you might ask actually why you say kori but here you say kove, and how arbitrary is it to say kori actually instead of looking for something else. Yeah. You see in linear B, alright, this says Cora, this says Coro, the little boy, let's say, and it used to have what we say in classical, in Homerical Greek, a digama. This is a sound, maybe something between a labial and a glottal sound, anyways, and it used to exist just between this R and this vocale, this eta. So just because you cannot write, when you have such consonantic complexes, you cannot write, because of the nature of the script, the first consonant of these complexes, so you cannot write the R. So you write kove, but you mean korve, and you end up reading kori, which is very logical if you accept basic experience from linear B. Anyways, wo. Yes, you should have a clamor, you should, let's say, but cry in a very distinct and loud manner. Stotas timvi, great, and then stop. Stotas, the ones who have stood, timvi is the grave, and so that I stand. So he has to perform this ritual, cry out at the same time for the people who have stood in the, let's say, in the tombs. But stotas also means, if you read it in a different manner, and this is the manner we read it, and it's a bit ambiguous. Stotas, you can read it as a different word, not related to this timbi, and say the ones who rebelled, and then place the ones who rebelled on the graves. Anyways, visto, again, the verb veno, let him go. Texasa, the ones who gave birth, thes. You should legislate, you should ask that the ones who gave, the women who gave birth, should also come, in the sense that he is separating now, for some ritual purpose, virgins from women who already had their sexual experiences. Apsate, theon, theo, von. We have said that this von also means the bull. Apsate, touch, here, right? Theon is the holy and sacred, let's say, and then theo, this is interesting. It's again a sacred of a sacred bull. What does he mean? That this bull, because of ritual necessities, has also to be a son, or anyways, a calf, being born from an already sacrificed, a sacred bull, from a bull who was sacred too. Τι τελέσατε στο, at this land make rituals so that I stay. Psalite te Iolin scho. So you should say psalms, as we say. It's the verb is same as today. Also sing that I have, this comes from the verb echo, it's same in classical Greek too, have whom, Iole. It seems that he really wanted this girl. Kithe, from a verb kefto, kefto, that's a stem from the past tense, ekithon, right? Anyways, I cover totally, so I bury something, or I am lying buried. Anyway, great. Where was I? Yes, kitho. Hostos or hostus, there is no way to know that, but it's a genitive form. Visa. Visa, we have seen this again, all right? So, all the dead bury all the dead. That is the meaning. It is necessary that all the dead be buried so that there is no, let's say, angry spirit working against us. Woe, cry out so that I stand 2 times, and so that she goes to the place I want. Who? The girl, as we say. Visto, Texasa, thes. We have said that it's same as here. This is also same as here. Apsate theon theovon. So, let every single girl that born a child come, and you should touch a bull that originated from a sacred bull himself. Remvi, now, Remvi is a word. It's a relatively complex thing. It's like I am roaming around, I'm walking around. Anyways, but in this sense here, you can say that it also means, let's say, some kind of destabilization or something. It's some kind of destabilization. Everyone will be going around in awe, in surprise, anyways, and in this sense, he says that this situation, this destabilization, will come at this land. Maybe that's a dative, maybe also it's an accusative. Actually, it could be an accusative in the sense that accusative back then is more often something that shows direction from a place to someone. So this destabilization will come to this land if you do everything as I say above. Ion, in that sense, for this, theta or theta. From the verb tithimi, you can say it as the general, or anyways the one who is in charge of a certain process or of a military corps. Thaion, quickly, right? Tate, that's from a verb tatao or titao, but you have to see that because it's not very common. Right? Yes. Okay. Tatao, that's a Dorian form of titao. And what does this titao mean? Again. There you are. I'm depriving somebody of something. I'm taking something away. I'm ripping someone naked. Great. Yeah, as I said. Tate, as we said. So, go and take everything from the enemies, let's say. for this sense, oh general, quickly go and attack and take everything. Stos thokon, so that I stand where? Thokon, it's the same meaning as in classical Greek, so that I stand on, let's say, the throne. This is it. This is the translation. It's a very important text. It has given much information about political developments back then. It has also given us a lot of information about what one used to do in order not only politically but also ritually to attack his foes or to achieve his goal. And most important of all, it gives us a name, Iole. This is the most important. I don't know if it is the mythological Iole, who was indeed loved by many people, but on the other side, as I said, I don't know any other Iole myself. So that's a speculation. By all means, I would like to thank our kind photographer, Themis, and until next time, I wish you all the best. Hallo unsere internationale Freunde, jetzt kommt die deutsche Übersetzung. Wir werden uns heute mit einem Ring beschäftigen, das aus dem CMS Supplementärband 1b Nummer 113 stammt. Ganz kurz werden wir aus Grund der Ökonomie unseres Videos die Zeichen sehr schnell sehen. Io, das berührt nicht diesen Stamm, also nach dem hier liest man Re, Da, Ve, ne. Io, Re, Da, Ve. Hier ein Sa, ein rotes Sa, das Ganze ist T, gelber Stamm T und dann das ganze T nochmal. Normalerweise, wenn jemand etwas in den Händen hat, beginnen wir die Lesung genau von dem, was man in den Händen hat. So, Re, Sa und das Ganze ist T. Ganz gut. Dann Ko, Ve, Ko, U, diese blaue Form, Stu, achtförmiges Zeichen, Da, Ve, Stu, Gürtel, Stu, Te, Sa, aber diese zwei zusammen formieren ein Te, Sa, Te, Io, bitte bemerken Sie, diese zwei sind getrennt, diese Ios sind getrennt von diesem Zeichen, also man liest Te, Io zweimal, am Ende Io ganz unten und die ganze Frau ist als T zu lesen. Nochmal, dann T und T, der Boden, und nach dem Boden liest man das, was am Boden findet. So. Re, Sa, Stu, Te, Entschuldigung, Re, Sa, Te, Stu, Sa, Te und dann das Ganze ist nochmal Te. Und dann kommen wir, Io, dieser rote Streich, Re, Q, hier bemerken Sie bitte, das stammt aus diesem Q. Es sieht so aus, dass zwei Halbmonde vereinigt werden, aber ja, diese Form ist ein stilisierter Vogel. Kuku und dann das ganze T. Dann kommen wir zur zweiten Frau. Ko. Hier Stu, Ve, Sa, das ist kein V, das ist ein Sa, bitte bemerken Sie, es sieht so aus, als ob es ein Y ist. Und dann nochmal, Ko, U, stu, stu, we, stu, te, sa. Und das ganze te, sa. Und das ganze te. Genau wie hier te, io. Die ganze Frau ist wo. Und dann kommen wir zum diesem Blumen, das mit einem E markiert ist. Dann Re, der rote dreistämmige Teil, We, Da, Me, das Ganze ist Te, Io, dreimal und dann das. Kommen wir her. Entschuldigung, das Ganze ist Te, nochmal und dann Ta, Streich ist Jo und dann zwei Türen sozusagen, da und da, stu und das ist Go. Ganz gut. Also ganz schnell, das ist ein Name, Iole. Die wissen Sie von der Mythologie vielleicht. Ich weiß nicht, ob diese Frau genau die mythologische Iole ist, aber andererseits weiß ich auch, kenne ich keine andere Iole. Visa, da ist die Land, Visa, aus dem Verb veno, diejenige Land, die also viele Bäume hat, vielbäumige Land, die Telesete auf diesem Platz, auf diesem Land, machen sie Riten, so dass diese Cori, dieses Mädchen, also Iole, hier kommt. Und vielleicht werden Sie fragen, warum wir dieses Kove als Cori verschriftlichen. Gut gefragt. Das ist Kova, Kora, also die größte Form von Cori in der Linearbärschrift. Und Koro die maskuline Form. Also es hatte hier etwas, was man in der Philologie Digama nennt, also einen teilweise glottalen, einen teilweise labialen Geräusch. Ro, also ich weine, aber ich weine mit Gefühlen. Es war etwas Rituelles. Stotters, diejenigen, die auferstanden sind, aber auferstanden meinte man damals diejenigen, die eine Revolution gegen einen Fürst gemacht hatten, den wir im Grabe so dass ich stehe. Also was bedeutet das? Also du weine und ich werde diese Revolutionären also in Gräben einstecken. Visto Texas Athes. Thes, also Sätze, was meint man setzen? Ein Gesetz zu setzen, was zu setzen, dass jede Frau, die Kinder hat, die Kinder geboren hat, kommt. Also hier trennt er diejenigen Frauen, die sexuelle Erlebnisse haben, von denjenigen, die noch keine Erfahrungen haben. Absate, Theo, Von. Also berühren Sie, Absate, Theon, einen Heiligen, sozusagen einen sakralen, Theo, Genitivform, eines sakralen Stier. Was bedeutet das, dieses komische Ding? Dass dieser heilige Stier soll auch ein sozusagen Kind eines schon heiligen Stieres sein. Es es sollte also eine sozusagen eine rituelle Reinheit bewahrt werden. Die telesete sto, also in diesem Land machen sie Rituelle, so dass ich stehe, psalite, Psalmen zu oder religiöse Lieder, Psalmen also, zu singen, te Iolin scho, so dass ich diese Ioli, diese sogenannte Frau, dieses Mädchen eigentlich habe. Er war in sie verliebt, also. Kise, aus einem Verb, kefto, also was bedeutet das? Hier bedeutet es bedeutet also zu beerdigen, es bedeutet also zu verstecken. Kise Hostos oder Hostus, naja, Visa, also nach dem Hostos oder Hostus Genitivform, wir können nicht wissen, wie man das verschriftlichen sollte, aber es bedeutet, alle diejenigen, die tot sind, sollten beerdigt werden. Ro, stovi, also weine, so dass ich stehe auf dem Thron, also und dann und so, dass sie auch kommt, dieses Mädchen. Visto Texas Athes, das haben wir schon gesehen, dieselbe Bedeutung. Absate Thion Von, nochmal eine Wiederholung, eine rituelle Wiederholung. Remvi, wir sagen auch heutzutage benutzen wir das entsprechende Verb remvaso, also ich gehe spazieren, kann man, oder ich sozusagen ich gehe herum. Vaminti, aber hier bedeutet eine Destabilisation. Dieses Remvi bedeutet, dass alle werden ohne Organisation hier und da laufen und also es bedeutet, dass dieses Land, dass diese Organisation sozusagen nach diesem Land fahren wird. In dem Sinne, dass wenn alles so, wie ich gesagt habe, passiert, dann wird dieses Land destabilisiert. Ion, aus diesem Grund oder auf diese Weise Theta oder Theta aus dem Verb Tithimi, derjenige, der also kontrolliert, derjenige, der also Legislation hat. Man kann auch einen Militärfürst sagen, also aus diesem Grund, o General, Thayon, schnell, Tatae, aus einem Verb Titao, Tatao, dorische Form des Verbes Titao. Und was bedeutet dieses Titao nochmal? Das bedeutet es. Ich beraube, ich nehme Gegenstände, ich selbst habe Mangel. Also er sollte auch die Gegner berauben, stos thokon. Warum sollte man das schnell machen, also diesen Angriff machen, so dass ich stehe sozusagen auf dem Thron. Ganz gut. Wir haben es ganz schnell gesehen. Heute ist der Zeitdruck sehr groß. Ich habe doch einige sprachliche Fehler gemacht, aber Gott sei Dank, ich habe keine Lesungsfehler gemacht und so haben Sie die Gelegenheit, auch auf Deutsch ein Bild dieses Segels zu haben. Ich möchte mich herzlich bedanken. Ich möchte auch unseren Fotografer Themis bedanken und bis zum nächsten Mal wünsche ich Ihnen alles Gute. Danke.